Part of what we're talking about this morning is trying to frame your understanding and your involvement in the whole process. And I know not everyone has seen this chart before, but this is part of our orientation process at this point in time. A criticism that's often leveled at an organization is that staff don't have an avenue in, they don't have a voice. We've structured ourselves so that there are multiple opportunities. You have the opportunity to have a voice, to participate, to be involved, and to make a difference. This chart doesn't encapsulate everything, but what I have attempted to do when I made this was to demonstrate that there's a communication pathway between the public and everyone on staff, and then staff in a decision-making chain. If you haven't had the opportunity, you haven't been an orientation teammate, you haven't worked in one of those meetings in the past, take an opportunity, go to the SharePoint site, take a look at this. What we're talking about is communication and the willingness to be a participant in change is what's important. And hopefully we have a structure in place that supports everybody's needs in that communication chain. That being said, change and transitions are not always easy. It's sometimes even redundant to talk about change as a factor. Change is constant. Since Heraclitus a couple thousand years ago, and change is the only constant. That was a statement that philosopher had. Another one that he had that I really like and I'd like to discuss is you can never step in the same river twice. The water is moving. It's fast. Maybe we're in a deep channel, maybe we're not. Maybe we can swim, maybe we can't. Along the continuum of change and transitions, there are opportunities for people to step out. There's also opportunities for people to step back in. We have a lot of things to get accomplished. And through information, education, and commitment, we can achieve those things. But it takes a lot of work. It takes your mental energy to be involved in achieving what we have set for our services. And we've asked you to do that. And hopefully we've given you the opportunity to have a voice throughout the process. In that the channel is deep and wide and the water is running fast, we also have a training philosophy that we've put in place to help be a safety net, to be the catcher for us. It begins with individuals taking the responsibility, going to the resources, and participating in discovery or self-paced learning. The second element is once we've done that, we've identified someone who is that person who has undertaken being involved in and knowledgeable about a resource, that person now can be identified as our local resource. And that person can help us build other training opportunities and help build bridges. And if we can't manage that inside, then we get outside help. We find the forum wherein we get another resource, another trainer, somebody else to have some off-desk time, sit down and go through the elements that need to be outlined. This is how we are going to accomplish the services that we have, we know that our community needs and deserves. Our commitment is to education, evaluation, and communication. And that's what our services are all about.
So all of this talks about how we tell our story of all this engagement and participation. We encourage the participation. By doing so, we have a shared responsibility in the outcomes and in the process. And through that, we are able to together celebrate those successes that come forward from that. In all of this, then, we grow. We grow individually in our skill sets. We grow departmentally with what we share with our individual departments. And we grow organizationally. And in that way, then, we can continue to anticipate and to meet the needs of the people who use the library services.
So to wrap things up,
what do the numbers tell us? And we know that the numbers matter as much as the talk matters. Over the last 5 years, we've had a 48% circulation increase, 37% increase in programming, 13% increase in entry count. That's thousands of people, by the way. We started collecting data on wireless as far as access for computers, and in the last 6 months we've had over 10,000 hours that folks have used the service, and we've had a 350% increase in delivering content, actual usage of information to people through our social networking. So the numbers tell us not only are we hitting the spot, but we're growing the future. It's a real simple understanding. To grow the future, it's dependent upon all of us. I'll ask Sandra McNeely to come up as board chair. Thank you.